Will you now please switch off all cellular telephones? Please do not leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. If you need any assistance, please ask one of our staff members. Will you now please rise and remain standing since the academic procession is about to enter the hall?
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me as Chancellor this morning, I hereby declare this gathering to be a lawful congregation of the Tshwane University of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment will now be granted for silent devotion. Thank you. You may be seated. In my capacity as Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, I want to extend a hearty word of welcome to all our graduates and parents at home who follow the proceedings online. Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, Dr. Gloria Serobe, Chairperson of the Council of the University, Mr. Ivan Kambonani, esteemed members of Council and its committees, members of Senate, members of the Executive and Institutional Management Committee, representatives of labor formations, students and members of the ISRC and its constituent substructures, TUT alumni, industry partners, and community stakeholders, esteemed graduates, parents, guardians, and friends, ladies and gentlemen. Sanibonani. Dumelang. Goeiemôre. Lotshani. Molweni. Henda. On behalf of the Chancellor of the Tshwane University of Technology, Dr. Gloria Serobe, and the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Tiniko Maluleke, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony, which is but one of in our series of the 2025 autumn graduations. Of all the ceremonies that take place during any university's academic year, none is as significant and none is as prestigious as a graduation ceremony. Such is the importance of graduation ceremonies that they are alone presided over by the head of the university, namely the Chancellor. It is the Chancellor who confers all degrees and awards, all diplomas and certificates in the name of the university. The Tshwane University of Technology is fully appreciative of the stony road that many of our 64,000 students have trod on the journey towards today, graduation day. We're aware of the many rivers our students have had to cross, the mountains they have had to scale, and the hurdles they have had to negotiate. TUT students are some of the feistiest and the most resilient in higher education. The late rapper Tupac Shakur might as well have been speaking of TUT students when he penned his rhetorical and metaphorical poem titled "The Rose That Grew from Concrete." The poem reads like this, and I quote, "Did you hear about the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete, proving nature's laws wrong? It learned to walk without having feet. Funny, it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one ever cared." In this graduation, we too wish to say, long live to the students who refuse to give up. Long live to the students who have taken advantage of the tiny cracks of chance and opportunity to emerge from the hard concrete of life. Since its establishment in January 2004, TUT has fundamentally changed the game of higher education in this country. Today, we can confidently say that the Tshwane University of Technology has become that university which only TUT can be in this country and the world, the People's University, the university that makes knowledge work, the university that is moving from good to great at every level in every way, the hub of artificial intelligence. TUT is at once a bridge where academia meets industry and the Entrepreneurial University of South Africa. From first year to first job, we train our students to find and to invent jobs. Some of the key attributes of the TUT graduate are future readiness and an aptitude for entrepreneurship, the will to harness and leverage technology and AI to solve the wicked problems of our time, commitment to the prevention, combating, and elimination of gender-based violence, commitment to environmental sustainability, and ongoing commitment to ethical conduct at all times. Only graduates who exhibit and practice the above attributes will contribute to the noble causes of the National Development Plan, as spelled out in the Agenda 2063 of the African Union. TUT graduates have what it takes to fulfill the Pan-African vision of the late President of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, the vision of an industrialized, energy-secure, food-secure, technology-driven, and disease-free Africa. TUT students are trained and coached from the very beginning to get the basics right, namely, not to waste a single day of learning, not to lose a single week of studying, not to forfeit a single month of research, and never squander the golden opportunity presented by each semester. From the first year to the final year, TUT students are taught to work purposefully, constantly, and consistently. We were not the least surprised when the Department of Communication and Digital Technology selected the Tshwane University of Technology, together with the University of Johannesburg, to join it as lead institutions in the founding of the Artificial Intelligence Institute of South Africa. Our participation in the Artificial Intelligence Institute of South Africa is especially focused on motor industry AI, farming and food production AI, 4IR manufacturing, AI in tourism, AI in transport, AI in health and telecommunications, areas in which we have already made considerable inroads. We're delighted to announce that during the 2025 autumn graduations, a total of 11,389 students will graduate. 9,922 undergraduate students, 1,265 postgraduate students, 163 master's students, and 39 PhD students. It is with a sense of absolute confidence and pride that we release today the brand new list of our excellent future-ready graduates. I would like to make a special appeal to our guests today. Please, if you can, make donation pledges to TUT. I'm particularly appealing to donations into the TUT Bursary and Scholarship Fund, which is dedicated to assisting academically gifted but economically disadvantaged TUT students. The late former President Nelson Mandela had the likes of our graduates in mind when he said, and I quote, "Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. Accordingly, to the daughters of peasants and the sons of mine workers and the children of farm workers who are graduating today, we say, go on and make your knowledge work for your country and the world. We congratulate you and we say, halala. I thank you. We will now proceed to issue diplomas and to confer degrees on the candidates whose names appear in the program, who, according to the academic standards of the Tshwane University of Technology, possess the fullness of knowledge and quality of skills to pursue their specific careers successfully. These candidates will hereafter be entitled to all the privileges associated with such diplomas and degrees. It is my pleasure to now introduce to you the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Management Science, Dr. A.E. Nesamvuni.
Madam Chancellor, by virtue of powers vested in me by Senate, I have honor of introducing candidates who have qualified for diplomas and degrees in the Faculty of Management Sciences, more specifically the Tshwane School for Business and Society and the Department of Hospitality Management. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receive the Master of Business Administration, MBA. Tshwane Mamunare Daphne. Dube Lebuchang Rosemary. Kiba Hosi. Kwemi Sihorane Mavis. Likuleni Susan Mabel. Maluleke Nancy. Manabalala Edwin. Manaka Nuku Brian. Maripane Shike Klenki. Maruja Nolita Valentine. Mashodi Siulibaleng Vinolia. I'm sorry. Maunye Thelma. Batsana Sakile. Malitla Maputi Melford. Mdaweni Tapelo Pakamani Bego Kutle. Mukati Edith Masediba Meneo. Mkonyana Nombulelo Charity. Muluko Kiabetswe Sheila. Munyaki Ruzani Comfort. Musesane Mulelekwa James. Mutaung Kutlwano Godfrey Litabo. Ngoveni Usike Precious Monica, this qualification is awarded cum laude. Ngoveni Wisani Sean. Ngoma Mutsidisi Daphne. What is your second name? Okay. Nkuna Sislangu Paden. Pichi Humala Joel. Ratlano Miriam Mahalangake. Ramakobukobu Munyadziwa Messi. Madam Chancellor, Mukonyane Mutlana Joseph received the Doctor of Business Administration. The thesis was completed under the supervision of Professor Yvonne Paul, Dr. T. Elapen, and Professor Vanessa Naidu. I now request the supervisor, Professor Yvonne Paul, to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Congratulations. In his thesis entitled An Implementation Framework on the Employment of Persons with Disabilities at South African Institutions of Higher Education, of Higher Learning, he describes that the national legislation and policy framework failed to increase the employment of persons with disabilities at institutions of higher education. The study investigated challenges that prevent persons with disabilities from obtaining employment, specifically within the ambit of higher education. University staff participated in the study from senior to lower level employees. A new employment framework, was developed that will assist with broadening the employment of this group. The practical contribution of the new framework will assist institutions in headhunting persons with disabilities without following normal recruitment processes. As a result of the novelty of this research, 2 articles have been submitted to peer-reviewed journals for publication, and 1 article has already been published. Thank you.
Madam Chancellor, I now request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Business Administration on Mutlana Joseph Mukonyane.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Business Administration on Mputlana Joseph Mokonyane.
Madam Chancellor, Motwa Melvin Sello. Madam Chancellor, Motwa Melvin Sillo also received the Doctor of Business Administration. His thesis was completed under the supervision of Professor Edward Rankumise and Dr. Monde Faku. I now request the supervisor, Professor Edward Rankumise, to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled A Framework for Small, Micro, and Medium-Sized Enterprises to Access Financial Support in Gauteng, the candidate investigated the financial challenges faced by SMEs in the manufacturing sector. The study examined barriers to financial support, including limited access to funding, stringent lending criteria, and information symmetry. The most significant contribution of the research was the development of an integrated support framework tailored to enhance SME access to financial resources. This framework provides practical strategies for policymakers, financial institutions, and government agencies to improve financial inclusion and foster economic growth. 2 articles have been submitted for publication in peer-reviewed journals.
Madam Chancellor, I now request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Business Administration on Melvin Sello Motwa.
I confer the degree of Doctor Administration on Melvin Sello.
Madam Chancellor, Mpe Paulos Mutampe also received the Doctor of Business Administration. The thesis was completed under the supervision of Dr. Jan Grundling and Dr. Peter Ras. I now request Professor Tumo Kele to read the motivation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled The Mediating Effect of Employee Engagement on the Relationship Between Ethical Leadership and Employee Performance, the candidate evaluated the relationship between ethical leadership on employee performance mediated by employee engagement within the higher education public sector, South Africa. Many previous studies on relationship between ethical leadership and employee performance largely ignore a mediating factor such as employee engagement. This is despite the observation that employee performance is affected by either the ethical or unethical behavior of their leaders, as well as their commitment. Therefore, this study contributes to a deeper understanding of ethical leadership and employee engagement as a predictive factors of employee performance to improve the quality of leadership in the public sector TVET colleges in South Africa. The quality of service delivery provided by public institutions will be improved through good leadership and engaged employees. To this extent, the study contributes immensely to the existing body of literature on ethical leadership, employee engagement, and employee performance. The results from this study will be useful in informing employee performance strategies, particularly in the recruitment, selection, and retraining of highly skillful talents. Specifically, the study will provide practical recommendations for employee performance practices based on the literature review and empirical results. This study contributes to the existing body of literature by providing an exposition of mediating role of employee engagement on the relationship between ethical leadership and employee performance. The study highlights how ethical leadership traits and employee engagement constructs affect employee performance in higher education public institutions. Due to the novelty of this thesis, 2 articles have already appeared in peer-reviewed journals, and the 3rd one will be published.
Madam Chancellor, I request now that you confer the degree of Doctor of Business Administration on Paulos Mutampe Mche.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Business Administration on Paulus Mtampe Mpe.
Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received diploma in food operations management. Jipetu Spamandla. Kekana Bukamuso Ebenezer. Koza Nyimpiwe. Kunene Amanda. Mabena Precious. Maipa Ana Mantasana. Matlasela Lindokutle Litlonolo. Go. Makubung Aubrey. Masilela Nontlantla Promise. Matabate Koketso. Matebula Butlari Whitney. Munyayi Umulemo Mapula Nyabawa. Muchumi Tlutlego. Tshwane Prudence Lindiwe. Ngani Nokuzola Mona. Ngobo Busani Ayen. Ngwenyama Luyande Carol. Nkosana Nokuthula. Ntokozo Makasi. Ramakhwakwa Maite Naume. Okay. Sambo Lindokutle Princess. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates received diploma in hospitality management. Buyasu Luyanda Kwezi. Shebelo Pepelapi Nontlantla. Shlungwani Rose. Kekana Tato. Lefufana Mukhadi. Okay. Mabasa Rifemulo Faith. This qualification is awarded cum laude. Mahoro Betty Ufense. Mahlangu Silman Chopin. Mahlangu Swelitle Akona. Mahlumba Slindile Pretty. Makulwa Chulisile Apiwe. Mambani Amukelani. Oh, am I too fast? Maphupha Saba Ntombi Zodwa. Maphuma Siyolisa Amangile. Maqhuba Tsepang. Maredi Mabatu. Masimula Mabudu Anastasia. Masilela Sfiso Ephraim. Matole Mpo Felicity. Matumbe Letono Criselda. Mbanjwa Liabona. Yes. Mgidi Cynthia Giselani. Mhlongo Jeanette. Mhlongo Jeanette. Oh. Kenagana ke good. Mnyakeni Natasha. Muirahule Teresa. Mukwana Mukau. Msweli Ivis Lindelo. Mthembu Nolwazi Khanyisa. Mzimba Phumzile Thembi. Murake Khunzi. Ndlovu Minenhle Philani. Ngwenya Hazel Lamsile. Sitlabela Vuyo Andile. Sijaphala Kidiboni Mawasa. Slepe Ntswaki. Simono Rifense Noluthando. Sioketsa Dimakatso Flora. Sibanda Lubelihle, Skosana Tapelo, Tsinyani Sibabatso, Tlabuse Katliso Veronica, Qabas Pesihle,
Closer, please.
Ziwele Sipogazi, Ma, am I too slow? Zwani Njabulo Prince, okay. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receive advanced diploma in hospitality management. Butshilo Rifilwe, Twala Akona Ntombiningi, Chauke Shonisani Lucia, Kekana Utsepehile Kisawikanya, Kokong Mamuji Elizabeth, Malungani Olivia Ufense, Lishabani Otto, Mahlatsi Dora Matlakala, Malupe Sandile Beni, Mankani Limponi Azilia, Matikani Tokozile Daphne, Matipa Penelope Utsile, Matlapeng Siamo Ivosius, Mavuso Faith Sandile, Mhlomi Alizwa, Mguni Kamurelo, Morali Lemuram Violet, Muhali Talifani Atania, Momoza Vianney Victor, Mzimba Musima Florence. Nakeng Matsidiso Brigalia. Nsodu Naledi. Pukubya Kidiboni. Ripinga Pumla Agatha. Sidibana Chupiana Winnie. Sehata Kamurelo Confidence. Selua Whitney. Tuntubele Anita. Yingeni Betty Matepo. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receive postgraduate diploma in business administration. Bonga Unati. Khadebe Bonisile Mata. Mahata Tedo Sogi. Okay. Mama Bulo Jaurelo. Uskata Mayan. King Makudu. Okay. Mama Bulo Makudu Amos, this qualification is awarded cum laude. Mawasha Masetle Quintin. Uskata Maya. Uskata Maya. Uskata Maya, wait. Menu Gutsepo Michael. This qualification is awarded cum laude. Mlangeni Lerato Lizzie. Mnyakeni Nkosinathi Paul. Muchena Victor. Muyepi Thulaganyo Imelda. Mukhatle Thapelo Maxwell. Mkobote Dineo Mata. Ndlovu Makabongiwe Mpumlani. Nkuna Beki. Sianero Nkolo Aubrey. Tshwane Tshwane Mahumpete. Sio Kantibaleng Ebrina. Tutela Rulani. Shibambo Kulani Patience. Sibaya Musima. Hospitality, okay. Madam Chancellor, the following candidates receive postgraduate diploma in hospitality management. Mahlangu Jeanette. Mahumane Zwelake Remember. Makamu Nkululeko Trevor. Mama Lwazikasi. Mampuru Mashilo. Mbata Happiness Anele. Nwela Mondo Shifiwa Patience. Oh, sis. Ngonini Asonele. Nokreke Abongile. Levanto. Ramachele Mulebuheng Shamain. Ramila Elizabeth Matlodi. Sirwapa Mamutabo Winnie. Okay. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of the candidates. I sincerely thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now would like to conclude today's proceedings and express my thanks and appreciation to a few people. A sincere word of thanks to all the administrative and support staff involved in the arrangements for this prestigious function at the Tshwane University of Technology. To the students, you carry the dream of the South African nation on your shoulders. Thus, the world-class qualification you now hold represents a contract with your country. As sons and daughters of Africa, yours is the challenge to craft the future of the country and the continent. Now that you have become fully deserving TUT alumni, please go out and take the job market by the scruff of the neck. Go shape the future of work. Go translate the 4IR into everyday solutions to address everyday problems. Go and professionalize the public service. Go and revolutionize the world of management. Show them knowledge that works. Greatness beckons. Greatness looks good on you today. As TUT alumni, you must never stop moving from good to great. We at TUT will follow your careers with interest. We know that you will make us proud. I now request that all the graduates please stand for the reading of the Tshwane University of Technology's Entrepreneurial Credo.
Being a graduate of the Tshwane University of Technology, I believe that strength of character and the search for opportunities are the products of initiative and innovation. I will therefore always strive to be outstanding rather than mediocre. I have learned to be resourceful and creative. I will with enthusiasm grasp and use all the opportunities I encounter. Being a true graduate, I will always consider the challenge to be greater than the risk. My independence and my self-respect are my pride and honor. My knowledge is my strength and my skill is my security. I will not bow down before anyone nor flee from any risk. My education and my abilities will enable me to stand proud and tall, unafraid of the future and with strength and independence to think for myself and to act on my own, to enjoy the fruits of my initiative and to serve my country with pride. This is what it means to be a graduate of the Tshwane University of Technology.
To all the graduates, the Tshwane University of Technology wishes you everything of the very best for the future. May God bless you every step of the way in your respective careers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the end of the ceremony, and I need one announcement. The audience are requested to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing after the congregation has been dissolved. And after the academic procession has left and the guests have left, I will also request doctoral candidates to join the procession as they leave the hall. Under the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve the congregation at the Tshwane University of Technology.